recording. Okay. So this is how we created the project. When unit testing project, right? We created the N unit project. Whenever you created the N unit project, it will come one sample class file, right? Unit test 1.cs file, right? So here the class name, see, this is the class name. And this is the simple function we discussed, right? If on the simple function, see, forget about this guy, right? What is this? This is a simple function. On top of the function, if we remove this, okay, square brackets, keep test. If we create this one, it is not a function, it becomes a test case or test script. Okay? So here we can write whatever the code we want. Okay. Now, someone please help me. What is our last session? What is our last session?
Function syntax, function implementation.
We completed all the functions, right?
Yes, sir.
With
Function
different
calling.
types of function, right?
Yes.
Function without parameters, function with parameter, function which is not returning anything. If a function doesn't returning anything, what keyword I should have?
Void.
Very good. If a function returning some value, for example, finally the function returning some double quotes, hello, how are you? What is the return type of that particular function?
String.
వెరీ గుడ్. రేవతి గారు,
Sir.
మీరు కాకుండా మిగతా వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వండి, కొంచెం సేపు చూద్దాం.
Okay, sir.
ఐఎమ్ నాట్ హియరింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీ వన్. ఓకే, ఐ హ్యావ్ క్రియేటెడ్ వన్ ఫంక్షన్. Finally, that function is returning some amount, 5,000. What is the return type of the function?
Int, sir.
Int. Very good. Okay, that's how we need to write the functions, and that's how you need to decide the return type of the function, right? This is the return type, right? So syntax, access modifier, return type, and function name, parameters, parenthesis we can say, right? And these are the scope. We can call this is the scope of the function, right? Scope in the sense whatever the lines of code you have written in this function, all these lines becomes a scope of that particular function. Means all the code belongs to this particular function. This is the scope, right? From this braces to this braces, if you write any code, that becomes that is the part of that all the code belongs to that particular function. Okay. Okay. So, okay. In C sharp, if I want to add some comment, means comment, why we are adding the comments? To give some better understanding what I am doing, right? So normally people what they used to do, they used to give some comments. So how to give the comments in C sharp? This is the point you should remember. Okay. For example, okay, here this is the C, double slash, right? If I say double slash, right? That is the comment. Okay. I am anything you can write. As a comment, you can write a test to verify add function something. This is the comment. Okay. So see, it is providing intelligence. If you make some silly mistakes, also it will automatically cover. That is called intelligence. So this is how you can add the comments. Comment in the sense it will ignore. Just the comment is you have, so it won't do anything, right? It is not going to print or any, it is not going to do anything, just for your understanding. Okay, if you want to add some comment, okay, based on the comment, people they can easily understand, right? So that's where we'll add some comments. Okay, to wherever you want, you can add the comment. How do you add the comment? Like this. What are the things you want to write? Okay. Just put the double slash. So that compiler will ignore this one. Okay. So you can add anything comment. Okay. So that's how you need to write. It is for single line. If you want to go with some other line, hello, how are you? This is also common. Okay. Okay. Now that is one line comment you can do just adding double slash. Okay. Now if I want to comment this whole test case, okay, these line of codes, these 4 5 lines, I want to line number 10 to line number 15, line number 14, I want to make a comment. Okay, how do I do? Just a single slash, put single slash star. Okay, see the whole this part becomes star, this one. So what I'm doing is ending here till this point. So this whole code will be ignored by your compiler. Okay, this is how you need to add the comments in the programming language. Okay, so this is neglected code, right? It will ignore whatever the comment section is there, whatever covered by comment section, it will ignore. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is how you need to utilize the comments. Okay, now people knows. Do you know the functions, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you guys know how to create a function or not?
Yes, sir.
ఒకటి రెండు సౌండ్లు తప్ప ఎవడ మాట్లాడట్లేదు. Okay, that's fine. Now in functions, very simple and very important. Very, very important because we are discussing about the function. I feel if we complete here itself, that would be good. Okay. Now, see, I would like to generate this one with the GitHub Copilot. This is what AI. GitHub Copilot, okay, it will give free for very few days, 1 or 2 days, or if you use more code now, within 1 hour, it will complete. Right? Okay. With the GitHub Copilot, what you can do, you can generate anything. Right? This is the AI, and this will directly integrated into GitHub Copilot is directly integrated, right, into your Visual Studio 2026. There is no need to install separately in Visual Studio 2026. I think 2024 also it would be there. 2022 is not there. So you need to install that GitHub Copilot as part of the extensions. In your extensions, go to extensions and install GitHub Copilot. Okay. Okay. This is the AI generated one. What it will do, if you ask anything, there is without any thing, third party, these things, you can easily generate the code. What is your part? You just review whatever the code you have written, it is correct or not. Okay, and sometimes you need to, as per your framework, you need to cut and paste wherever it is written. But everything it will do. Okay. So in GitHub Copilot, you have agent section should be there. In the agents, you should select agent. And here there are ChatGPT models. There are so many models. ChatGPT is there, Claude is there, and Gemini. These are the few models would be there, right? So by using those models, right, you can choose any model, right? For example, this is one of the model. Model in the sense whatever the ChatGPT you are using, Gemini, or what is the other thing? DeepSeek, right? These are the LLM models. In these LLM models, you have different kind of versions. Claude is one of the things, 4.5, Gemini 5, Gemini 4.0, ChatGPT, right? So there are different models are there. You choose any model. Just so what you are doing is just you are asking ChatGPT. Okay, I help with this one. Okay, like that. So if you put here, but don't learn this one right now. Okay, I am not going to teach you now. Okay. So here directly it will create the class file. What are the requirement you did now? You ask as per that requirement. It is completely generating in your project directly. Okay. So, but what you required, you need to learn the basics, boss. You should have the basics strongly. Then ChatGPT, what are the things it is helping? AI things, it will help you like anything. Nowadays, there is no need to write the test cases. Automatically, you tell the scenario, it will write the test cases and it will export those test cases to your these things. And from there, based on the test cases, it will generate the test scripts. And after that, it will ask, okay, shall I execute your test cases? If you say yes, it will give the command prompt. And if you click on the command prompt, it will execute the test cases, test scripts as well. Okay, so you should be in AI mode. You should learn AI as well. But before learning any AI tool, without fundamentals, it is not, even though AI is generated, it is not going to do any help to you because you won't understand whether it is what are the things it is generated. It fulfills your requirement or not, you cannot understand. Right? So I'm not going to teach now. Okay. So now how to create a class, right? So what I am trying to do, I am trying to create one calculator or employee class, right? I'll ask this guy. I'll ask this guy. Here is my. Okay. I'll ask this guy. Create a class with the employee class with the method overloading and constructors. Let's see. See, now I just given the thing. What it is doing, let's see. It reads current our project. And in our project, it is creating the class file. And what are the information I ask, method overloading examples and constructors, both things it will do. Now you can see it is telling you can use this class in your unit test. See, it reads everything. It reads, okay, you have your unit test class and you can call this one. That is also asking. And say keep, right? Just now check. This is cost effective, so I'm not going to do much, okay? See, did I do anything here? Is this created by that or is created by me? What I asked him, boss, please create a class with constructor because I want to tell those topics. That's where I used GitHub Copilot. See, this is what help you are getting from the GitHub comment. But what you will understand? Nothing, right? Because you don't know the concepts. That's where forget about the worry. Why I told this one right now is you don't need to worry, but just to focus on the things basics. Get confidence. Do practice like a kid. Just how you need to behave, just a kid who started their learning, UKG, LKG, these kind of kids. You should have that kind of mindset. With that mindset, whatever the age you are, but with that mindset, do the practice properly. No need, right? Just go to ChatGPT, take one example, ask one class file example, simple variable and functions only, employee class. No constructor. It will give. Do the practice. Okay. That's all. Now, so what I did is I created one class file, employee class. Okay. Now I want to talk about the functions. Functions, what is this function? See, comment. So by looking at the comment, you can easily tell what it is doing, right? Method or calculations with no parameters, right? It is doing some calculation, a function with no parameters. Is it clear or not? By looking at the comment, you can easily understand this. Okay? You know how to give the comment. Yes or no? Right? I hope everybody knows how to give the comment. How to give? Just you put the double slash, it will become a comment. Okay? Clear? Now, see, I have written a function. What is the function syntax? Public, return type, calculation. I declared one variable, class level variable, salary. So this is the properties. We can say it is a property. Means what is the property? I will tell you, but it is, but anyhow, the example is that I will tell now itself. Properties in the sense you can set the value and you can get the value. Earlier we used to write very big one, but it is now just like a variable declaration. See, normally if it is a variable, how do you declare like this? You declare, right? This becomes a simple variable, but after variable you can set get comma set, it becomes a property. Okay. So here what we are so I am just declaring one function salary into whatever the salary is there. Initially it is 0, right? If you didn't assign any value, it becomes 0, right? Or if you assign the value to salary, it will become something, whatever the value is there in that. Salary into 0.05. A person got the employee got the bonus. How much bonus? 0.5%. He got the bonus on his salary. This is simple function, right? A function without parameter. Okay. See, what I am doing is I am giving the calculated bonus. By default, whatever the salary is there, I am just for all employees, I am giving the bonus 0.5%. Is it understand? Right? For for everyone, if I want to give the bonus, right? Direct default bonus 0.5%. Yeah. Okay. Now tell me another example. I want this time, I want to give the bonus, but I would like to give as my wish. For some person, I would like to give 10%. For some persons, I would like to give 20%. Right? This is also, what is that? What is this? Percentage function. What function I am passing? Calculated bonus only. I am calculating the bonus based on whatever the percentage I have given. Right? Here, default. I am not giving the choice to user. Right? If I call this function, he will get with 0.5% bonus, he will get whatever the salary added to the 0.5%. Okay. But here, if I give 10 percentage, he will get the salary with the 10 percentage or 5%. 5% salary with 5% bonus salary, he will get it. Okay. This is how, see, if you see here, what is same in these two functions? What is same? This line only you should observe. Line number 38, line number 44. What is same? What is the difference? Om Gar, Om, are you there?
Yes, sir.
These are the two functions. Calculate bonus, calculate bonus. In these two lines, in these two functions, forget about this guy. Okay. This guy, don't forget about that guy. Line number 38, line number 44. What is common? What is different?
Parameters.
38
Only
and
parameter different. Right? But function name?
same.
Function name is same. Yes? Right? This is nothing but method overloading concept. It is very, very important. Right? Situation unda leda? I want to calculate the bonus. Right? I want to calculate bonus. But there is multiple options. I will give default bonus. I don't pass any parameter. What is the bonus? By default, everyone should get 0.5%. Okay. Now, I have few employees. I want to give separate bonus. 5%, 10%, 15%. Like that. I have given that. That's where. Yeah. Okay, Jabbar. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is what? What is this? See, function name is same. I'm calculating the bonus here, but multiple options with multiple options without any parameters. With parameters. See, here, this is also, if you observe here, calculating bonus, two parameters I'm passing. I am giving percentage and minimum amount. If the bonus is less than some amount, we will give something, right? Some other calculations I am doing, right? So what is this? This is called method overloading. What is the statement for method overloading? Hasina, what is method overloading?
Nalo?
According to this,
Yes, sir.
what is the definition for method overloading?
Parameters might be different.
Ah,
Function name will be same.
this is called method overloading, right? You know how to write the functions, methods, right? So here, when you are writing function name same multiple times, see, I have written calculate bonus is one function. Calculate bonus with one parameter, another function. Calculate bonus with two parameters, another function. So a same function repeated multiple times with different parameters. Function name, but implementation is different. Okay. You should not focus on the implementation. Only this line of syntax. Based on that, you can tell whether it is a overloaded function or not. Right? Can you give some other example for function overloading, method overloading? Hasina, can you give some sample For some other examples for method overloading.
The same employee classes, sir.
Anything. Either same employee class or whatever the choice you have.
Yes, sir.
Any class, you can take any class, any example. Just I need another example.
Yes, we can create a student class,
Uh,
and in that we can take
uh,
student marks.
Student marks. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, with
With?
with different parameters, right?
Yes, sir.
One
With
function getting student marks by
uh,
default. Or if you pass student marks
student marks,
with
student
the
percentage.
with the string, right? No, that is also.
Yes.
It is up to you. Okay. So function name same with different parameters. Multiple functions is repeated in one class, right? Same function is repeated multiple times in a single class, but with different parameters. This is called method overloading. Very, very important interview questions. They will ask you, this is one of the principle in OOPS. They will ask you what is method overloading concept. Okay. I hope it is understood by everyone. Okay. So what is method overriding then? Hasina, what is method overriding?
Sir, function name will be same and parameters also will be same, but the body might be different. Like we are having calculate bonus is the same with the same parameters also. The overriding will be accepted, and but the body will be might be different here.
Hmm. What is method overriding?
Yes, sir. Function name will be same and with the same parameters also,
Hmm.
but the body might be different.
Body might be different. Okay. So this is what you are telling, right? Method name same method name. Here no parameters, here also no parameters. Is this method overriding or not? Is this method overriding or not? Don't worry about the
Yes.
body, right? It is up to them, whoever writing the function, right? But method overriding, you
Method
said,
overriding is only possible
wait, wait,
when the function.
Yes.
wait.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Hasina, you tell me, is this
Yes.
method overriding or not?
Yes, sir. But
No. What is but? Tell me.
sir, method overriding is notable in the same class, sir.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right? Actually,
Yes.
method overriding in the sense this is as per the definition, this one, right? Method
Hmm.
name same, parameters also same. See here, method name same. See here, the same line. This is the same line. This is the same line, right? But see, it is throwing exception, right? So method overriding in the sense, if you create one more class,
We have to inherit the class.
hmm, inheritance I will tell later, but just
Uh-huh.
the concept came. That's where I am telling. So what is the class? Company class. Company.csy. Company class I will create. So this is different class. So here I have written function, right? Salary is not there. So I will do what you'll do. Employee, right? So inheritance. So public. I'll tell these inheritance, all those things. Yeah? Hmm. Okay. So these things I will tell. Okay, don't forget about that. Just to focus on what is method overriding. Okay, method overriding in the sense, see here. If you see this line, same, and in a other class, that line also same. Right? Function name same. Function name same. Parameters also same. But in the same class, method overriding is possible? Not possible. The method overriding concept will come in case of different classes. This is called method overriding. Okay. What is method overriding? What is the definition for method overriding? Method name same, parameters also same. This is what method overriding. Right? Method overriding will be applicable only in case of inheritance. Okay? Method overriding is applicable in case of inheritance. బాడీ డిఫరెంట్ ఉండిద్దా? అదంతా నా ఇష్టం. నేను సేమ్ బాడీ పెట్టుకుంటా. పెట్టుకోకూడదు. ఎందుకు? ఆల్రెడీ అక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు రీయూజ్ కాల్ చేసుకుంటే సరిపోయింది కదా. సేమ్ బాడీ అయినప్పుడు కాదు. మెథడ్ ఓవర్ లోపల వాడు ఏదైనా చేంజ్ చేసుకొని బాడీ గురించి మర్చిపోను. మెథడ్ నేమ్ సేమ్, పారామీటర్స్ ఆల్సో సేమ్. దిస్ ఈజ్ వాట్ మెథడ్ ఓవర్ రైడింగ్. ఈ బేసిక్స్ అర్థం కావాలంటే మీకు ఏం తెలియాలి? క్లాసు వేరియబుల్ ఫంక్షన్స్ తెలియాలి. లేకపోతే నేనేం చెప్పినా ఇది ఇటు నుంచి వింటారు, అటు నుంచి పోయిద్ది. ఎవరికి చెప్తున్నానో కొంచెం అర్థం చేసుకొని వాళ్ళు గట్టిగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఓకే, క్లియర్? దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫంక్షన్స్. రైట్? ఈ ఫంక్షన్స్ మెథడ్స్ మీద మీకు మేజర్గా అడిగేది ఈ క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ మెథడ్ ఓవర్లోడ్ అండ్ మెథడ్ ఓవర్ రైడ్? Who will give the statement? What is method overload and override? Anyone? నాకు కొత్త వాళ్ళు కావాలి. ముబినా, వాట్ ఈస్ మెథడ్ ఓవర్లోడ్ అండ్ మెథడ్ ఓవర్రైడ్?
So method overloading means same function can be written with different parameters. Method overriding means method name is same and parameters are same, only applicable if there is inheritance.
In different classes.
Yes,
Right?
in different classes.
That is called method overriding. But you need to do more practice. Right?
Okay.
So practice, if you are not doing practice, so I will set up one class only to verify. Based on that, I will decide whether the people are interested. Interested people only I will add in the class. Other people who are not doing the practice, whoever it might be, I will remove from the classes. I'm not going to teach because it is waste of our time, my time and your time as well. There is no use. Right? So this Saturday, I will check everyone's practice. People are practicing or not. Without practice, from now onwards, I need to go fast because now topics only. Because I told what is variable, what is functions, something, right? Okay. So now another important topic here. So now I don't want to tell that constructor point. Okay. After some little bit of more practice, I will tell. Okay. Okay. Now, in a function, okay, I would like to create some variables like, okay, otherwise what I will do, instead of touching this guy, I will create one more function. I am writing one function. See, while writing the classes, I am writing one comment while writing the function. Okay, what I am doing is student details. Print student details. That is the function I am writing. Okay. So when I have written simple comment, based on that, it is trying to generate that function, right? See, this is the function, right? I want to just, okay, I am creating one variable. What is the student details? Can you, not student details, employee details. Sorry. I'll say instead of student details, employee details. Can you give some details? What is the student? What are the these things? We declared variable. These are the properties, right? How to declare the properties? How to declare the properties? You know how to create a variable? What is the variable syntax?
Data type variable.
Sorry?
Data
Data
type
type
variable name is
variable.
equals to value.
Data type. Data type, variable name, equals to value. Is this, or do we need to add the access modifier as well? Access modifier would be applicable for everywhere, in front of the functions, in front of the variables, right? So this one, right? This is the ends with semicolon. This is the variable, right? So instead of value, you put this one, curly braces, get comma, get colon, set colon. This becomes a property. This is the syntax for properties. Variable name, or we cannot say it is a variable. We can say it is a property. Otherwise, you will confuse, right? But similar to variable. Okay. This is a syntax. Remember the syntax. How to declare the properties. Okay. So I just declare the property, just like it is just like variable only, nothing reference. Okay. Here just like a variable in this fashion. So now name name equals to Harsha salary. See, when it is a property, you got a screwed, what is this? Range, no, something 5,000. What is the other property we have?
Employee ID.
Position and employee ID and salary position. Okay. So, what is his employee ID? So, this one, right? Employee ID 101 something. Okay. And apart from that, I would like to add some more other details. Okay. Position is software engineer. And his role is, position is this one. And he's working in project something. Project. Project equals to C# programming basics. So is this available project? Do you declare somewhere, anywhere? Did you declare either variable or property? Did you declare project?
No.
No.
No, right? So, but you declared here within the function, right? But you didn't say, see what it is telling, the project doesn't exist in my current context. అంటే ఏంటంటే నా మెమరీలో నువ్వు వేరియబుల్ అనేది డిక్లేర్ చేయలే. అర్థమైందా? నువ్వు దానికి ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు సంథింగ్ అనే వాల్యూ ఇచ్చావు, కానీ నా మెమరీలోకి రావాలంటే దీనికి ప్రాపర్ వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేయాలి. వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేయాలంటే నార్మల్గా ఏం చేస్తావు? స్ట్రింగ్ డేటా టైప్ మెన్షన్ చేస్తే నౌ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ ఏ వేరియబుల్, రైట్? ఇట్లా కూడా మనం వాడుకోవచ్చు కదా, రైట్? క్లియర్? నార్మల్లీ యూ డిక్లేర్ ద వేరియబుల్స్ లైక్ దిస్ అండ్ దెన్ కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్ ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్ అని వచ్చింది. కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్ ఎంప్లాయీ ఐడి కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్. చూడండి ఎంత చక్కగా ఏం రాయాలో అదే రాస్తుంది. కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్ నేమ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద పొజిషన్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద డీటెయిల్స్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ కాల్ దిస్ ఫంక్షన్ ప్రింట్ డీటెయిల్స్, ఎంప్లాయీ ఫంక్షన్కి ఇలా ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రింట్ డీటెయిల్స్ని కాల్ చేస్తే అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొచ్చిందో చెప్పగలరా? చెప్పండి.
ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్ వస్తాయి సార్.
లైన్ బై లైన్ ఈ ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్ తెలుసు కదా. ఇదేంటి? వాట్ మోడల్ వీ యూజ్డ్? స్ట్రింగ్ ఇంటర్పోలేషన్ కదా, ప్రింట్ చేయడానికి. కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్ ఎందుకు? ప్రింట్ చేయడానికి కదా, ఏదైతే అవుట్పుట్ ఉందో దాన్ని ప్రింట్ చేయడానికి కన్సోల్ డాట్ రైట్ లైన్. సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఇట్లా రాసాం. ఓకే, ఇది రైట్. దీనివల్ల అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటి? స్ట్రింగ్ ఇంటర్పోలేషన్ పెడితే వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్ కర్లీ బ్రేసెస్లో పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. అప్పుడు నేమ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు హర్ష, పొజిషన్ కోలన్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్, ప్రాజెక్టు C# బేసిక్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ బేసిక్స్ అనే ప్రాజెక్టు. ఇట్లా మనకు వస్తుంది, రైట్? సో మా టైంలో మీరు కష్టపడాల్సిన అవసరం లే. అట్లా అని చెప్పేసి మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయకపోతే ఇంటెలిజెన్స్లో ఏఐలో అసలు మీకు ఏం రాకుండా దొబ్బేసిద్ది, మీరు దేనికి పనికిరారు. సో ప్రాక్టీస్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ఫంక్షన్. ఇక్కడ నేను చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే మేజర్లీ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ దిస్ పాయింట్. This you know all those things, right? Nothing I told newly. See here, so you are storing, see this one, this is the value you want to store in this variable, right? But variable, when it is complete, you will give the proper data type, then it will get the proper variable, right? It will become a variable. So what data type I should use? Okay, now I am in confusion. I don't know what data type I should use. I know the value, so that value I want to store here. I don't know what data type I should use, right? For example, so in that case, what you can do simply, you can say simple where keyword. Instead of saying, okay, it is a string, it is an integer, or it is something, instead of saying that, you just use the where keyword, right? Instead of using any data type, just use where keyword. What will happen? What is the advantage of this where keyword? Whatever the right side value is there, based on the value, it will decide what is the data type. See here, this is the importance of where keyword. See, it is if you mouse over on the where keyword, it is simply saying, okay, the data type is string, right? System.string, string is the data type, right? Okay, now instead of doing this, some project code I am using. Okay, so what is the value of this one? What is the data type?
Int.
Huh?
Int.
See here, go to where, simply it is saying it is int. So when you use the where keyword, right, the compiler, it will decide what is the, based on the value, compiler in the sense, it your programming C# compiler itself, it will decide what are the data. It is easy for you or not? Instead of writing the data type, what is the exact data type I should have, just let give the chance to your compiler. How do you give? Just giving where keyword. By keeping that where keyword, when you are keeping where keyword in front of any variable, the data type would be decided by the compiler, C# compiler. Is it easy or not? Right? Omgar, is it easy for you or not? Instead of you deciding, just keep where keyword, C# will decide. The compiler will decide what is the data type. Okay. Now, okay. I declared the variable is something, some string. Now, I said, okay, I want to store 2356. It is throwing error. Why? What is the variable meaning? You can change the value at any time, right? Initially, I set this value, C# programming basics, as a string. Now, in the same variable, I want to change the value from that to 34566. It is throwing error. Why? Why it is throwing the error? Why it is throwing the error?
String cannot be converted into int.
Because here you clearly initially what you said was, while declaring I am storing string. You said clearly it is a string. The data type is a string. But in a string, you want to change a number, right? Which is incorrect. Always string variable, you should have string type of data. Like, for example, if you want to store the number, but you should give as a string in double quotes, then it becomes string. Then no problem, right? So when you are using the where keyword, if you make any syntax errors, right? If you make any mistake, compile time itself, it will check and it will tell the exceptions. It will tell clearly at the compile time only. This is what the where keyword. Okay, where keyword. ఇంకేం డీటెయిల్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఏముంది, వాట్ ఎంప్లాయీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఈజ్ టెస్టింగ్ అనుకోండి, టెస్టింగ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. సో హౌ డు ఐ డిక్లేర్ ద వేరియబుల్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ string? I'm just simply saying where. So what is this data type? It is a string, right? That's how you need to use the where keyword. Especially where keyword you should use within the functions only, not outside of the functions. క్లాస్ లెవెల్లో వేర్ కీవర్డ్ యూజ్ చేయకూడదు. ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను సింపుల్గా వేర్, ఇక్కడ రాయడానికి కుదరదు. ఓకే, వీటిని లోకల్ ఫంక్షన్స్ లోపల విత్ ఇన్ ద ఫంక్షన్స్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ డిక్లేరింగ్ సమ్ వేరియబుల్స్, రైట్, లైక్ దిస్, within the functions, if you are declaring some variables, right, you can use where keyword. That is the best practice. Instead of using the data type, you adding, just give the chance to compiler. Compiler how that compiler will decide it is a string or something based on the right side. How you are deciding, the same way compiler also, based on the right side value, it will decide what data type I should have. That's it. And where keyword you should utilize only inside a functions only. So if you declare some variables inside a function, that becomes a local variable. Okay, so that is the where keyword. Any doubts here? Because just we are declaring, we are discussing about variables and functions. I feel here itself we complete that where keyword, that would be better. Okay, now one more thing, very, very important, and interviews also they will ask this question. what is the where keyword. That's where I told that. Okay. Now, department is there. Employee, project is, what is the department, and hike. Hmm. What hike he is getting? 20 percentage hike. Okay. So what is the data type here? Instead of this time, what I am doing now? I am using other data types. Instead of where, I am saying dynamic. Okay. Right? Now, okay. One time he said hike equals to 20. This time, what he is doing now? This time he decided to give the hike 30%. Is it okay? Is it okay? I have given the hike as a 20 is a number. After that, I want to change from 20 to string 30. See in double quotes. Is this okay? Is this accepted? You declared the data type is a number, right? Based on this side, right side value, right? It is a number. So what it would be, it is a integer, right? But here, see, it is not saying whether it is integer or something. It simply says dynamic. And if you read this, represents an object whose operations will be resolved at runtime. అది చెప్తుంది. ఓకే. కంపైల్ టైంలో ఏం చెక్ చేయదు ఇది. ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్ చేసేటప్పుడు అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ రైట్ సైడ్ ఏముంది? ఆహా, ఇంట అట్లయితే అక్కడ డైనమిక్గా వైల్ రన్ టైమ్ ఇట్ విల్ డిసైడ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద డేటా టైప్. ఓకే, ఇంట్. ఎప్పుడు ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్ చేసేటప్పుడు డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది. ఇదేంటి మీరు ప్రోగ్రామ్ డిజైన్ చేసేటప్పుడు డిసైడ్ అయింది ఇందాక వేర్ అనే కీవర్డ్ కదా. If you make any mistake while writing the program itself, it is telling boss you made the mistake. You declared variable as a string variable, but you are assigning some number that is wrong. But here, in case of dynamic, you declared 20, no problem. It is taking that. You declared as a string, that is also, you assigned a string value. Normally, initially you declared a int value. After that, in the same variable, in the same hike variable, you are assigning string, right? So normally it is a problem, right? It will throw the exception. You should throw the exception, but it is not throwing the exception while writing the program. It will throw the exception when you are executing this program, right? That is the difference between dynamic and where keyword. It is very, very important interview question. Okay. See now, I want to, so from the unit test class, I will create an employee class object. Okay. Some constructor ద్వారా employee dot print details అన్న. ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేదుగా, ఎటువంటి సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్స్ రాలేదు, రైట్? Let's see now. There is no syntax errors. So project is working properly. Now if you see this, I am debugging this. See here. So these are the things you should remember while debugging. Step into means it will go to inside the function. Step by step, step by step. All the variables decided. See here. Project name is there. Department name is there. Hike. Initially hike equals to 20. right? Right, hike equals to 20. Now I am going next line. What is this here? Hey, dynamic. It is taking. Actually, it should throw the exception at runtime. Okay, it is not throwing. Okay. So the main thing is dynamic in the sense it is resolved at a runtime. That variable is resolved at runtime. It is not throwing any exception. Let's run test. I'm not debugging. Okay. So see output, you got output here. ID 101, home, this, hike, this. Okay. So that is the difference. So dynamic keyword, when you are using dynamic keyword, compiler won't throw any exception. Even though if you made a mistake, no problem. It won't say anything. Simply it will say. If any issues are there, it will throw the exception at a runtime. Okay, that is what a very important major thing you should remember. So today we discussed the major important things in interviews aspect. What is method overloading, method overriding, and major what is the difference between where keyword and dynamic keyword. Because I discussed right now itself why you know variables. So how to declare the variables you know. So the data type would be decided by the compiler. If you use the where keyword, the data type would be decided by the compiler. If you use the dynamic keyword, the data type would be decided by the runtime. When you are executing at that time only it will be decided. Okay. That is compile time and runtime. తెలుసు కదా difference ఏంటో? What is compile time and runtime? Compile time means if you while writing the code, if any syntax mistakes or something happen, it will it will throw the exception. See here. Here it will come some one or two or something, and it will show some exceptions, error messages, right? But if you use the dynamic keyword in front of any variable, it won't throw any exception. If you made the mistake in the syntactical mistake, it won't say anything. While running, it will say. If any problems are there, it will resolve all the types at the runtime and it will throw the exception at runtime only. That is the major difference between where and dynamic keyword. Okay, that's it for today. We'll connect tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Revati, are you able to understand what are today నేను ఎక్కువ చెప్పేశాను?
Understand, sir. Like,
So these things is just a simple write one simple function and some declare some variables and print the data. That's it. You will understand that.
yes,
And
sir.
it is very, very highly important interview question.
Okay, sir.
Revati, I will talk to you later. Okay, I need to discuss something.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.